Have you ever had that feeling that the universe is trying to tell you something, but you just can't figure out what it is? Like everything is either working for you or against you, and you don't have the manual to decode the signs? Yeah. It's not just your imagination. There's an invisible framework behind it all, following rules as old as time itself. These are what we call spiritual laws. Laws so powerful that once activated, they compel the universe to deliver answers, direction, and confirmation in ways so obvious. It would be impossible to call them coincidences. But here's the part no one tells you. Most people go through life breaking these laws every single day without even knowing they exist. That's why they feel lost, disconnected from what's true, confused by mixed signals or silences that feel like punishment. But the truth is, the universe never stops speaking. It just changes the language when you don't understand the first message. And this video is here to teach you that language, to show you the universal laws that govern the behind the scenes of your reality. And if you stick around till the end, you just might start seeing clear signs as early as today. Imagine the entire universe as an invisible web of threads made of light, where every thought, word, and action you take pulls on one of those threads and sends a vibration back. That's the essence of the law of divine oneness, one of the most overlooked spiritual laws by people who live on autopilot. When you realize that everything is connected, yes, even that stranger who bumped into you at the grocery store, you begin to notice clear signs from the universe everywhere. A phrase that gives you chills, a recurring dream, a number that keeps appearing. Nothing is random once you start seeing reality through the eyes of the spirit. Now, if everything vibrates, what do you think you're sending out into the universe right now? The law of vibration, another one of the universe's powerful laws, teaches us that our thoughts and emotions are like radio waves. And guess what? The universe is a great receiver. When you're operating at a low frequency, like anger or fear, the universe sends more of the same back to you. But if you intentionally shift your vibration to something higher, like gratitude or love, you'll start attracting clear signs that you're on the right path. A practical tip? Try listening to mantras, practicing conscious breathing, or writing down 3 things you're grateful for every morning. And what if the reality around you is just a mirror of your inner world? The law of correspondence shows that everything happening on the outside is a reflection of what's going on inside. It's as if the universe is saying, I can only give you what you're already carrying within. That chaos at work, or that string of little mishaps. Maybe they're just echoes of an emotional storm you haven't fully acknowledged yet. And when you start aligning within, the outside starts responding. Life leaves clues, and you begin to realize the spiritual signs were there all along, just waiting for you to shift your focus. The law of attraction might be the most talked about spiritual law, but it's also one of the most misunderstood. It's not just about wishing for something and sitting back, hoping it'll fall from the sky. The truth is, the universe doesn't respond to what you want, it responds to what you vibrate. If you're vibrating scarcity, you'll attract lack. If you're vibrating confidence, you'll receive opportunities. So next time you want to manifest something, ask yourself honestly, am I vibrating what I desire or the opposite? That one question can change everything. But desire without action is just fantasy. That's why we have the law of action, one of the most overlooked universal laws by people who believe positive thinking is enough. The universe starts sending clear signals when you show that you're willing to take steps toward what you believe in. And it doesn't have to be a grand gesture. It could be sending that email you've been avoiding, enrolling in a course that moves you closer to your purpose, or simply saying yes to something that scares you. But deep down, you know it's right. Action creates movement, and movement is the universe's favorite language. Completing this trio is the law of perpetual transmutation of energy, and this one's especially powerful. Everything in the universe is in constant motion, including you. This means the negative energy you carry can be transformed, and the universe responds instantly when that shift happens. It's like changing the radio station and suddenly hearing a song that gives you goosebumps. Start transmuting your energy with simple acts. Write, sing, move your body, meditate, or just take a deep breath and choose to shift your frequency. When that happens, spiritual signs become impossible to ignore, and even more are on the way. Life has its own rhythm, and those who rush too much often stumble over their own expectations. The law of rhythm, among the great spiritual laws, teaches that everything moves in cycles, highs and lows, expansion and retreat. The problem is, many people ignore this rhythm and get frustrated when results don't show up on their schedule. But once you start respecting the universe's timing, the clear signs begin to appear more effortlessly. Have you noticed how the biggest breakthroughs often come right after a quiet phase? That's because silence is just the universe gathering momentum. Now let's talk about a law few people take as seriously as they should. The law of cause and effect, also known as karma. Here, everything you do, even what you think, returns with precise accuracy. But understand, this isn't punishment, it's guidance. The universe uses this mechanism to show you what needs adjusting. Sometimes signs from the universe appear as gentle nudges, a conversation that stirs something in you, a situation that keeps repeating, or even a sudden obstacle that seems to come out of nowhere. But nothing comes out of nowhere. It's just the universe responding to the seeds you've been planting. And then there's the law of polarity, the one that catches most people off guard. According to this law, everything has an opposite, and it's through contrast that the most powerful signs show up. Have you ever noticed how pain often comes just before a major awakening? Sometimes confusion is just the beginning of clarity. The universe might be trying to show you something through a loss, a moment of doubt, or even an unexpected no. These extremes exist to teach you balance, because it's in the contrast between light and shadow that you truly begin to see. And speaking of clarity, some things only reveal themselves when you let go of control. There comes a moment when you need to stop trying to hold everything together with your own two hands and simply trust. The law of detachment, one of the most subtle spiritual laws, isn't about abandoning your dreams. It's about releasing the anxious grip on the outcome. Because when you cling too tightly to the how and when, you block the universe's flow. Clear signs only begin to show up when you make room for them to appear. Want an example? It's when you stop forcing that relationship that just isn't flowing. And the right partner shows up when you least expect it. But letting go doesn't mean giving up. That's where the law of patience and reward comes in. One of the most challenging laws for those who are always racing against time. The universe rewards consistency, not urgency. It tests your faith, your discipline, your surrender. And while it does, it sends signs. That phone call that confirms what you were feeling, that line in a book that answers your question, or that coincidence that shifts your entire day. Patience is like a vibrational password. Those who have it unlock the next level with more ease. The truth is, spiritual signs are often not absent. They're just buried under anxiety, hurry, and internal noise. When you align with these laws, you begin to see that the universe doesn't work under pressure. It works through faith. And the more you trust and clear the way, the more it responds, opening doors, clearing static, revealing opportunities. And in this path of trust, a secret begins to unfold. The most powerful signs come when you start living with purpose. There's one spiritual law that doesn't just organize the others, it activates them. It's like the start button for your truest path. This is the law of divine purpose, also known as Dharma. This law says you're not here by accident. There's something only you can do, live, teach. And when you begin to walk that path, the universe moves with you. Clear signs become frequent. The right people show up. Ideas come out of nowhere. And paths open even when everything seemed closed. You know that feeling of being in the right place, at the right time, doing the right thing? That's not luck. That's alignment. Living your purpose isn't just about your job. It's about presence, authenticity, and impact. It could be caring for someone, teaching something, creating, or transforming someone's life with a single gesture. The universe shows you your purpose through daily clues, but not everyone is paying attention to decode them. Want to start understanding your purpose? Ask yourself, what makes me lose track of time when I'm doing it? What do people always come to me for help with? What would I do for free just for the joy of it? Answers like these are hidden maps left by your soul. And once you start following them, the universe responds with enthusiasm, sending spiritual signs as if to say, yes, this is the way. But take it easy. This is just the beginning of the conversation. The real shift happens in how you choose to interpret it all. Now tell me, after everything you've heard, are you still going to call it a coincidence when it's clearly a calling? Are you really going to ignore the chills, the unlikely encounters, the recurring dreams, as if they were just tricks of the mind? Because if you've made it this far, it means some part of you already knows the universe has been speaking to you for a while. The question is, what are you going to do with that now? Will you start tracking the signs? Meditate on each one? Shift your energy? Take action with more awareness? Let go of control? And more importantly, out of these 12 spiritual laws, which one resonated the most with you? Which one have you been breaking without even realizing it? And now it suddenly makes sense. Drop a comment below, because this isn't just about you. Someone might be reading and waking up through your story. And tell me too, what clear signs has the universe been sending your way lately? Have you ever experienced a synchronicity so intense it gave you chills? If this video spoke to you, if it stirred something, awakened something, or gave your soul that little nudge, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and stay on this journey with me. Because in the next videos, I'll keep revealing the invisible forces behind your reality. And once you learn to listen to the universe, it doesn't just respond, it shouts.